Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video where we're talking about multiplying rational expressions. And when we multiply rational expressions, it's the same way that we would multiply fractions. So if we just had something like 1/2 times 3/4, the way we multiply that is just straight across. Numerator times numerator is 3, denominator times denominator is 8 to give us 3/8. And of course, we always want to check to simplify. So the process for multiplying rational expressions is rather easy, but the hard part is going to be the factoring and simplifying. And if you need to do a little bit of review on factoring, I highly encourage you to do that. So in order to multiply these rational expressions, again, we're just going to multiply numerator times numerator. So this is going to be 3x times x minus 4. And most people would be tempted to just multiply this out, but you shouldn't do that. You want to keep this in factored form as much as possible. And then on the bottom, we have x squared minus 16 times x. All right, from here, we have it kind of combined into one rational expression, but we want to see if we can factor anything else. So if you know, factors are anything that's multiplied together to give us something else. So really on the top, when we look at this 3x, these are two different factors. So the numerator is really 3 times x times this x minus 4. And this x minus 4, we can't factor at all. There's no common terms to take out, or it's not a quadratic, so we can't make two binomials. So here is our numerator completely factored. In the denominator, we can factor this quadratic as well. So this is x squared minus 16. If you remember, the standard form for a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. And in order to factor this into two binomials, we need to find two numbers that multiply together to give us c, or negative 16, and then when we add them, give us b. Well, you see there's no b term here, all right? So really what this quadratic, is the difference of two squares. Because when we add up the two values that multiply together to give us negative 16, they will add up to 0. So we put our x's in the front here because that's how we get our x squared. It's x times x gives us x squared. And what two numbers multiply to give us negative 16, but when we add them give us 0? Well, that's going to be positive 4 and negative 4, right? 4 times negative 4 is negative 16, and when we add them, give us 0. So that's why there's no b term over here. All right, and then we have this final factor, which is x here. From here, we are going to simplify by canceling common factors in the numerator and the denominator. So you can see, is there a 3 in the bottom for us to cancel out or simplify? There's not, but there is an x term. So these x terms cancel. And then finally, looking at this factor of x minus 4, this x minus 4 simplifies with this x minus 4. So what we're left with after multiplying these rational expressions is going to be 3 over x plus 4. And that is your final simplified answer.